Hey martial arts family, welcome back to Takedowns Week 2 A-Day. So, because it's an A-Day, that means we're going to learn some new stuff. We're going to learn a new combo, we're going to learn a couple new steps of our form, and we're going to get some more takedown practice. But first we need to warm up. So Mr. Craig's got some more animal warm-ups for us.
Oh yeah, fantastic. All right guys, so I've got one easy one, one medium one, and one that might be a little challenging, but it's also the most fun. So let's start easy. We'll work our way up from there. So starting out with our bear crawl. Bear crawl, we're gonna find some space. We're gonna be up on our hands and feet. I want you to take this one nice and slow. The goal here with our warm-up isn't to race or isn't to just have the best workout ever. The goal is to get all of our muscles woken up before we start jumping and kicking, and then we don't pull anything, right? So take it nice and slow, walking on our hands and feet. We'll go back and forth and back and forth. If you want to challenge yourself, you can put it in reverse on that bear crawl, all right? Do it with us, find some space, ready, set, and go. Bear crawl, down and back. We're gonna keep it going for about 20 seconds. I like to put mine in reverse, but you're more than welcome to turn around if you want to. Take it nice and slow. Just feel your hands and your wrists getting stretched out here. Working some muscles you don't normally work. There you go, keep going guys. 5 seconds, 4, 3, can we speed it up for these last 3 seconds? 2, 1, and break. Great job, guys. Okay. Taking it to our medium one, we're gonna go crab walk. So we're gonna take our bear crawl position, we're gonna kind of flip it upside down. So instead of being on my hands and feet, well, I'm still on my hands and feet, but they go behind me. If you haven't crab walked before, let me kind of show you. Feet and hands, right? Again, you'll feel your wrists stretching out here, waking up those fingers. We want to keep our hips up off the ground. We're moving our feet and our hands. A little bit of coordination required here, okay? So we're going to crab walk down and back and down and back. Again, you don't have to turn around. You can just put it in reverse and back up on that crab walk. 20 seconds on the clock. Ready? Go. Show the crab walk. Take your time. Doesn't go quite as fast as bear crawl, right? A little bit of patience, a lot of focus. Put it in reverse.
But the bears always catch the crabs.
Oh yeah. One more round here. 10, 9, 8, a little faster. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Oh man. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to move like that all the time. All right, guys, the last one. This one's gonna take a little bit of learning. I think you guys can handle it. You guys know like different kinds of bears, right? We say bear crawl, but I'm gonna get really specific. You guys know like maybe brown bears, black bears. Have you guys heard of grizzly bears? We're gonna take one specific type of grizzly, but we're gonna call it a rolling grizzly. All right, so the way it's gonna work is we're gonna start with our bear crawl, but bear crawling can be a little slow. So what the rolling grizzly likes to do is he bear crawls for a little bit, and then he does a roll. Okay, now I'll give you an option on your rolls today. If you're super awesome, like black belt roller, you can roll over your shoulder, kind of like this. Or if you're pretty new to rolling, you're more than welcome to do a somersault over your head. But safety is the #1 concern here, so make sure you're not rolling into a chair or a table or a door. Make sure you're not hitting your head on the tile, right? So let me kind of demo what the rolling grizzly is going to be. So I'll be in my bear crawl position, I'll bear crawl. Once I get to bear crawl, I'm going to do a roll. Back into my bear crawl, right? And of course, you guys don't have to turn, you can go straight as long as you've got enough space here, okay? So one more demo here, it'll be bear crawl, bear crawl, bear crawl. Roll back into your bear crawl. Boop, boop. You'll cover a little bit more space that way, so make sure you know your spacing, you're aware of your surroundings. Anytime we're doing any kind of activity, spatial awareness is an important skill to learn. So rolling grizzly, crawl, 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 do a roll back to crawling. Again, you guys can turn it around, go back the other way. 20 seconds on the clock. Here we go, ready, steady, and go show me a rolling grizzly. Woo!
Backwards roll? Can you go backwards?
Maybe. Never tried it before. Hey, there it is. Backwards rolling grizzly. They said it couldn't be done. And break. Awesome job, guys. Hopefully you're feeling a little more warmed up now in your neck and your back and your wrists and your hands.
Very good. Let me see forwards rolls. We're just going to stretch it out now that we're warmed up a little bit. And backwards rolls. And in and out. Excellent. Let's put your feet together. You're going to take a deep breath in, reach up to the ceiling, and breathe out. Reach down to your toes. If you can't reach toes, you can just hug your legs. If you can, great. If you can go even farther, maybe you can get your palms on the ground. I'm not super stretched out today, so I can't do that, but if If you can't do that, then you can try and get the backs of your hands on the ground. The next step after that. Good, and break. Open those feet up just a little bit. So we have 4 counts. It's going to be 1, 2, and then we come hands on your hips is 3, and 4 is reach all the way back. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Let's go down to our leg over here. Just gonna reach down and hug your leg. We should be stretching out the backs of our legs here by doing that, which can help us be safe. And also, if we get a good stretch, it can help us kick a little bit higher. Let's see the other side. Excellent. All right, so put your hands down in front of you. We're gonna open your feet up. We're gonna keep opening them. Keep opening them so you can't open them too much more. Once you get there, we're just gonna hold it for just a little bit. Take a nice good breath. We don't want to be holding our breath while we're trying to stretch. Just in and out. Good. Go ahead and have a seat. Oh, excellent. We're going to reach down to the middle, so hands up and breathe out. Down to the middle. And if you need to, you can walk your hands forwards just a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Last stretch is butterfly. So bring those legs in, feet together. Oh, and you can flap your wings just a little bit. Roll your head and neck around. And the other way. We're gonna go nose down your toes. Reach all the way down, reach all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Excellent job. We're gonna stand up. Nice, confident. Yes, sir. Let's try it. Ready, get set. And stand up. Yes, sir. Good. Let me see. Hands on your back. Excellent job. We're going to jump into our striking. Let me see shimmy stance. Hands, feet together, and bow. In our striking today, we're going to be working on a brand new kick for us, and that is a front leg side kick. And then we're going to put that into a combo so we can really get a good picture of how it works with other kicks and give you a good combo to work on. And especially in sparring and all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to jump into our guarding stance, nice confident kias. Ready? And go! Yeah. Kia! So front leg side kick. Remember, back leg is strong, front leg is fast. Now your front leg can be strong too and your back leg can be fast, but generally that's kind of what we're working on. So we're going to do a front leg side kick. Now my side kick is going to end with my foot sideways. I'm hitting with my heel, toes are pulled back, foot is sideways. And so with the end in mind, this is kind of the position we're going to be in. So instead of being squared up, I don't want to throw a front leg side kick with my body facing towards you. That's pretty hard. So I'm going to turn sideways just a little bit. Now, if I do this with a bad guy, let's say Mr. Craig's my bad guy, and I go, he might know I'm about to kick him with my front leg. So we don't want to telegraph that too much. So in more of a reasonable situation, maybe I throw a roundhouse first, and then I'm already here, if that makes sense. I don't want to go from here and then just go, because they'll kind of know what's going on. So, but we're going to start this way just to make sure we've got it. We're sideways, hands up, good posture. My knee is going to come back to my back shoulder. So it's going to come back over here. And I want it kind of sort of flattish, like you could balance some books on here. Foot is sideways, toes are pulled back, we're hitting with the heel, and we're going to use this nice strong muscle here to push out and bring it back and set it down. You can use this kick to really, really push somebody away, like you can push them away, or you can use it fast to kind of get a good punch to it. All right? So let's try it nice and slow. We're here. Leg comes up, bring it back. So this is our chamber, and then extension, kick it out. Good, and then bring it back and set it down. Nice. Let's try it again. We'll do 4 counts. I'm going to count them. We're going to go nice and slow. Okay? If you can go faster, that's great, but make sure you're doing it with good technique. Ready? And 1. Kia. Good. And 2. Kia. A little bit faster. Ready? 3. Kia. The fastest one we've got. Ready? 4. Kia. Excellent. Switch feet. Same thing. We'll go slow at first and we'll go faster as we go. Ready? 1. So bring it back. Make sure those feet are sideways. Kick it out. Heel first. Bring it back. Set it down. Good posture. Good hands up. All that good stuff. Ready? 2. Kia. A little faster. Ready? 3. Kia. And last one, fast you can. Ready, 4. Kia. Excellent. Now, one nice thing with the front leg kick, not only is it faster, but it's already like halfway there. So if Mr. Craig's my bad guy, this foot's a lot closer than this one, right? I can just pick it up and I'm like right there. So it's fast, but it's also closer. Now we're gonna put that into a combo. So we've got our front leg side kick, and we've got our turn back kick that we were working on just the other day. Our turn back kick, I'm twisting, rotating on that front foot, find my target, good posture still. I'm just looking out of the corner of my eye. My hips are still facing away from my bad guy. I'm gonna pick it up and kick it back. And we're gonna put that all together. So let's try it together, we'll go nice and slow. So we're gonna do that front leg side kick, you're gonna pick it up. Remember everything correct, foot sideways, kick it out. Bring it back, and we're gonna set it down. Now when we set it down, instead of setting it back down here, we're gonna set it down because we know we're gonna do a turn back kick. So we'll kick, set it down, already turned, we're gonna transition our weight to that foot, hands up, good posture, and kick out our back kick. We'll be able to move towards our opponent, we'll be able to follow up. If I do just one technique, they'll block a lot of times, but if I do 2 techniques, I might be able to get them, or 3 or 4. The more things you throw, better chance you have of hitting them. So let's give it a go, ready? And 1, so kick, set it down, turn, 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 and kick. Good, let's try it again, ready? And go. Side kick, turn, back kick. One more, nice confident kios, ready? And go. Kia. Excellent, let's switch feet. Try it one more time, or really 3 more times, ready? And 1, side kick, turn, back kick, good. And 2, Kia. One more, ready, go. Kia. Excellent. So we're feeling pretty good, hopefully with our front leg side kick, and we've got our combo with our turn back kick. Now we're gonna try it on a bag. So if you have somebody that can hold a pad for you at home, or a pillow, or a stuffed animal, whatever, fantastic. If you don't, you can just kick in the air, just like we were doing, but I want you to kick with me, okay? When you kick on a pad, it helps disguise the repetition, so the more we do it, the better we are. But if I just do it in the mirror over and over and over, or just with you, or just in the air, it's a little bit more fun to practice on a bag sometimes. So let's give it a try. So I'm gonna make sure I've got good side kick length foot. If I'm here, I'm not gonna be able to hit him. If I'm here, I'm gonna be too close. So we're trying to kind of learn how long our legs are. Ready, 1, so I'm gonna pick it up and kick it out, and turn and kick. Now you can give them nice light kicks like that, especially at first. And as you get them a little bit more confident, you can kick, and they can move, and I can step towards him a little bit more to make sure I can hit with both of them. Okay, let's do one more, and go. Kia. Nice. So I want you guys to continue to practice with your partner. If you don't have a partner, I want you to just do it in the air. I want you to do it 4 times on each side. After that, we'll get moving to the next part of our class. Let me see shimmy stance. Hands, feet together, and back.
Next up on the list is forms. We need to work on our key cho. So starting from chumbi stance. We see guys just like this. Remember, we always start by folding and aiming with our hands. We're going to review the first couple steps. We'll add on some more. Do it with me. Ready? 1, Kia. Aim. 2, fold. 3, 4, 1, into the front. 2, 3, 4. Kia. Were you able to keep up with that? Do you remember that from last class? Awesome, let's do that one more time. We'll go a little bit quicker. Get you guys hitting solid front stances, making sure your fists are tight, bending that knee, blocking over the front leg. Remember, 3 punches to the front. Oh, and then we've got some new steps to add. All right, let's do it one more time, guys. Chumbi, fold. 1, Kia. 2, 3, 4. 1. Here's our 3 punches. 2, 3, 4. Kia. All right, guys, new stuff coming at you. So far, we've always turned towards our front leg. That's something we'll talk about here in just a second a little bit more. But what I want you to remember right here is when we Kia, our back leg turns. So right now, this leg is in back. Your left leg should be in the back. All right, we'll turn around here in a minute. We can kind of do it together. But back leg turns. So watch us. We're going to step behind. Right, you kind of twist your legs up. So step behind, and then you're going to leave your feet where they are, and you're just going to twist. As you unwind, you should end up in a front stance. Feel free to adjust and bend that knee. Remember, after every punch comes a block. So we block there. Ooh, this is the most difficult move in the form. So if you can get this, you're gonna have the form down. It's gonna be memorization from there, okay? Let's turn around, let's do this step the other direction. That way you can follow and make sure you're using the right foot, turning the right direction, and we're not getting confused by looking at each other, okay? So follow along, let's start from the beginning one more time here. Chumbi, fold, 1, kia, 2, 3, 4, 1, to the front, 2, 3, 4, kia. So when we kia, back leg turn. So you should be on the same foot as us, right? Left foot and back. It's gonna step behind. We pivot all the way around. Front stance, down block. From here, we repeat the pattern. After our down block, we step forward and punch. Then we turn all the way around, down block, and punch. Boom. We're gonna stop there. So this should look familiar with the down block punch because whenever you first watched us do it, we were facing towards you. We did that same left, right? It's a pattern. It happens again. So we go left, right, forwards, and then we turn and we go left, right, forwards. The lefts and rights can throw us off sometimes, guys, but again, doing it with us on that last run through is something I want you guys to repeat. So I want you to back the video up, try it one more time through, make sure you're on the right foot, you're keeping up with us. Spend as much time practicing as you need to feel confident with that back leg turn. That's something we're gonna continue working on. Front stances, down blocks, and punches. Those are the 3 moves I want you to master as you practice your Kicho today. All right, let me see Chumbi stance, hands and feet together, and bow. All right, guys, we're gonna continue work talking about our word of the month. So have a seat, relax, wipe the sweat away, and let's continue talking about attitudes, right? We're talking about having good attitudes, even when things are hard. So today I want to discuss maybe a couple of difficult situations that maybe you had a good attitude during, or what we could do instead to have a good attitude. So, situation number 1 on today's attitude quiz. How would you feel if someone said, your hair looks dumb? Ooh, man, that's pretty aggressive language there, right? So maybe insulting the way you look, maybe something you're wearing, right? Your glasses, your hair, your shirt. Someone says that they don't like it, right? So first thing, let's assess maybe how we might feel in that situation. How would you feel if that happened? Mr. Ross, what do you think?
I don't think I would feel very good. It would kind of hurt my feelings.
Yeah, we might be sad, we might get mad, right? Something that happens a lot is we might lash back out at them. Well, no, your hair looks dumb. I don't like your face, right? Maybe you say something mean back, and that is not a good attitude. That means you're just doing the same thing that they did, right? We don't want to be mean like that. I think the biggest thing is we can't let anyone saying something mean, really, we can't take it personally, right? We can't listen to people that are being rude, right? So what would we do to have a good attitude in that situation? So someone says something to you like that, right? You kind of assess, ooh, I don't like that. What should I do? So Alex, what do you think?
Somebody says something mean. Well, I want to make sure that I don't say something mean back, because that doesn't really help. So I can just kind of maybe disengage from the situation and say, oh, you know, I don't really want to hang out anymore. I can kind of go off and maybe do my own thing, maybe find somebody that's a little bit nicer to talk to.
Definitely. If someone's ever rude or mean, I think just staying away from that person, right? And leaving, again, on a positive note for yourself, right? Oh, hey, that's not really nice to say. I'm not going to stay here then. Oh, okay, I'm going to leave then. Bye. Right? And just leaving, let them be the bad guy in that situation. Don't overreact, don't get mad, or else you kind of look like the bad guy. And us as martial artists, we want to learn to control our feelings and choose to have a good attitude even in those difficult times. All right, I've got one last situation for you. What if you went to a martial arts tournament, right? You've been training all year, you've been practicing your Kicho, your Yuk Jing, right? And then you get there and you lose at the tournament. You don't win, you don't get a trophy. Oh man. You probably feel pretty sad, right? Maybe a little disappointed. Oh, man, have you guys ever lost at something before? I've lost, whether it's 5th grade in a race or, man, at a karate tournament, I've definitely. My first karate tournament, I was spinning my bow staff around, and I hit the judges' table, my bow staff went flying, and I did not get first place. So I was pretty sad, right? But we can't just give up, right? Saying, oh man, I lost, I'm never trying again. That is definitely not the attitude we want to have. We want to say, never give up, right? Try again. I would say the thing to take away from that is to resolve to practice harder next time, right? What did I learn? Make sure you have enough spaces from the judge table. And guess what? At every other tournament, I've never hit my bow staff on the judge table, so I learn from that. And that's an incredible attitude to have when you lose at something, is you learn from that loss or that experience, and you get better because of it. So whatever it is that you're struggling with right now, whether it's a little sibling that gets on your nerves, or maybe you're not as good at guitar as you want to be, right? Have a good attitude, learn to learn from that, and be polite to people even if they're mean to you. That's going to be what a black belt attitude is. All right, so I say attitude is, you say everything. I say pick A, you say good one, and we want to have a black belt attitude. Let's try as a team. Attitude is
everything.
Pick a
good one.
Black belt
attitude.
Great job, guys. Let's get back to class.
Our first takedown we're working on is our double leg takedown. This is a very common, often used takedown. So we're gonna go over the basics, how it works, how to make sure your partner's safe, how to make sure you're safe so you can continue to practice and get better every single time. So my double leg takedown, essentially what's happening is I'm pushing my partner, but when I push them, if you get pushed, you're gonna take a step backwards, right? So if they take a step backwards, they don't fall. So I'm gonna push them and I'm gonna grab their legs and they're gonna fall that way. They can't take a step backwards. So let's do it once. Let me show you what it looks like first, and then we'll kind of break it down from there. So we're in our regular guarding stance, fighting stance. So that's our double leg takedown. If we're doing it solo, we're in our guarding stance here, and you can try and do it with me. I'm going to step forward, my foot goes in between their feet, my leg slides up as I bring my knee down. And bringing your knee down can be a little bit challenging. I've got a nice soft mat here. But if I was doing that on pavement, that can be a little bit uncomfortable. That's why we have a soft area, you know. But if you need to do it in an actual self-defense situation, the least of your worries is going to be out my knees, you know, a little bit bummed out. So I'm here, I'm going to step in. You can lower your base, and the lower your hips are, the easier putting your knee on the ground is. Promise. So just try and get nice and low. Your back foot is going to end up sliding up so you can push off of both of your feet. When I'm grabbing my partner, step in, lower my base, come in. When I'm grabbing my partner, I'm grabbing on the tops of his calves. So his knee is here, I'm grabbing right below that. The reason being, otherwise when I push, his feet are gonna go back. I don't want his feet to go back. I'm gonna hang on to him. I wanna keep my head up, and I've got kind of nailed my ear to his belt area. I'm gonna push off my feet, push, push, push. My partner's gonna do a nice, confident break fall. So that way, he doesn't get hurt. We don't want his head to hit the mat either. Okay? So let's try it together. So we're here. Or, hey, do you mind doing it forwards a little bit backwards?
Yes, sir.
So we're here. I'm going to step, lower my level. Back foot slides up a little bit. We're going to grab the top of the calves, and we're going to push off our foot and our knee down to the ground. And then from there, you can get up and run away. We can transition to a mounted position. We can do all different kinds of things. Okay, so I want you guys to just practice that. You can practice it by yourself. The hardest thing by far is going from here to knee down. Exactly like that. You want to drive forwards. Okay? So practice, practice, practice. If you have a partner, make sure they know how to break fall. Hips, shoulders, hands, no head. Next up, we're going to talk about a double ankle sweep. So this takedown is a little bit different. I'm going to be on the ground, but I'm going to take him down as well. So I am on the ground here, and my partner's trying to punch me. Now, fortunately, to punch me, he's got to get close. He can't punch me from super far away. When he comes close, I'm going to put my feet on the sides of his belt. My feet are on top. They kind of slide off pretty easy. So I'm here. Let me show you what it looks like, and then we'll break it down. All right? So the idea is I bring them down. I can get up and run away, or if I need to, I can transition to mount and do some grappling. So as my partner comes in, I want my feet connected to his. I don't want straight knees, because those get pushed off pretty easy, and I don't want feet up, because they get pushed pretty easy. So I've got kind of a seat belt on his hips. My knees are bent. I let him in just a little bit, but not enough that I can actually get hit. Now, if he keeps coming in, I want to make sure my hands are up. Once his feet are close enough, though, I can grab his feet. All right, so I'm going to grab behind his ankles, or behind his heels, really. I'm going to push here. In class, we really don't want to hurt our partner, so I'm going to push here, and I'm not so much going to pull, but you can kind of pull here if you really need to. Push my partner down, make sure that I'm not getting hit along the way. As he falls, I'm going to stand up in base and take off. Okay? Any thoughts, Mr. Craig?
Sounds Great.
All right, let's try it one more time. If we're doing it, well, let's try it solo. So if you're doing it solo, I'm here, my bad guy's coming in. I bring him in just a little bit. I still don't want to get punched. But if they're really coming at you, both feet will be close. So we're gonna grab those legs. If you need to grab one and then crunch up to the other, that's great. I've got sideways feet right along the belt. I'm gonna push them down, and that's gonna help pull me up. I don't wanna, he's already going down, so I might as well ride the elevator up, right? Put my hand down, put my foot down, stand up in base, make sure that there's no attacks coming or anything like that. All right?
One common question I get is, what if you can't reach their feet? One thing to think about there is, if I can't reach his feet, he can't reach my face. So I'm not too worried about it, right? I can stay here as long as I need to, right? I'm in a safe place. I'm not getting hurt. And if he backs away, I could stand up. But the only idea of me needing to use my takedown is if he's really pushing in strong, right? And I need to. As soon as he can hit me, I can take him down, right? So just keep that in mind, that can't reach their feet, that's okay. They can't reach you either.
Exactly right, exactly right. So let's make sure we're practicing that double leg and or double ankle sweep. If you're practicing with a partner, make sure they know how to break fall and we can be safe. Keep practicing. You guys are gonna get more awesome every single class. Let me see chimney stance. Hands, feet together, and bow. The game that we're gonna be working on today is, we just call it touch your partner on the shoulder. If I touch my partner on the shoulder, bonus points to me. The thing is, I don't want him to do that to me, and so I'm going to make sure I block it. We've been talking about our blocks and our counters, especially in just our last class, and so we're going to talk about that a little bit more today. So, block, right? Let me see your guarding stance, just like this. Our front hand, let me see your high block, outside block, inside block, and down block. And these are the 4 basic blocks that we're going to be using in our drill today. If he attacks my shoulder, I'm probably going to use an outside block, excuse me, or an inside block. He doesn't want to touch this shoulder because I just sneezed on it, right? That's a good strategy. So I've got my outside block, or I've got my inside block. Also, we add to the drill head and belt. So if he attacks my head, I'm using my high block, or I'm using my down block. So this is a good way to just kind of practice. So we want to make sure we're blocking and countering. So if I just block, if he's reaching for me and I successfully block it each time, that's great. But eventually, he's going to get me. I'm never going to get him if all I do is defend. So I need to block and counter. And what that means is, once I stop his attack, I need to go back. When he's attacking, that's when he's most vulnerable. If he's got his hands up, it's hard for me to touch his shoulder. He's prepared, he's ready. But if he attacks me and I block it, now his shoulder is open and I can attack it pretty easily. So that's how we do our blocks and counters. So a nice easy one is inside block and touch. And what we're doing when we touch our partner on the shoulder, we're not touching bad guys on the shoulder. They're not going to go, you touched my shoulder. Never mind. Here's your wallet. It's simulating a punch. So if I can touch him on the shoulder, I can punch him. All right? So let's do this real quick. So we're here. We're just going to do blocks. Okay? And we're just going to aim for this shoulder. I'm going to try and touch his shoulder. So he's going to attack me. I'm going to try and block it. And I'm going to try and block it. I'm going to try and block it. If you have a partner at home, you can try and block. We're just using one hand, touching that shoulder. And then we would switch, where I try and touch his shoulder. He's going to try and block it. Try and block it. Okay. Right, there's not too much to do because it's just inside blocks and outside blocks. So I'm going for the shoulder. Then I want you to add in the head and the side of the belt. So if I try and reach his head, he's going to high block. Oh, give me an elbow. Or, muscle memory is a really great thing. Or I can try and touch his belt and he's going to block and counter. Okay? And then we'll do the same thing to me. What I want you guys to be able to work up to with your partner is where you can both be attacking and defending and countering at the same time. What that might look like is go. See how I said go as my hand was already out? And break. So I just want you guys to work up to it. It's a bunch of fun, but it can give you good fast twitch muscle response, which is really what we need for a drill in our blocks and counters. So let's keep practicing. We'll get a little bit better. Let me see chimney stance. Hands, feet together, and bow.